Hey, how's it going? This is Royal with Talk Show Central RTV Style, and Sharky's here, guys. And today we're gonna have an awesome show for you guys. Are we ready? Are you
Awesome.
guys ready? Are
Definitely.
you guys ready? Here she is, all the way. Well, she's in Dallas, but here she is. Okay, Christie Hutcherson, how's it going, Christie?
Hello.
All
Hi
right.
guys, how are you doing tonight?
Oh
Great.
man,
Great.
I am glad you are here. Wow, man. Let's put some red color in there. I think that'll look good on you. So, how was your day, Christie?
Well, let me tell you something, Royal and Sharky. The enemy is alive and well, and he is attacking Women Fighting for America. He is attacking the We Stand America event in McAllen, Texas. Because let me tell you something. He does not want the truth to come out, but he is not going to stop us. The enemy will not prevail. We will have the last word, and they have crashed our sites. They have wreaked havoc, and we will stand firm, and you're not going to win, enemy. You're not going to stop us from coming to McAllen.
Down with him. Down with that guy.
That's right.
Oh, well, wow. You got a lot of stuff, man. There's so much we can talk about. What do you want to talk about this today?
Oh my God!
Other than McAllen, we want.
So I want to talk about the destabilization of our nation.
Yes.
Because I think that people need to understand what's at risk. And first, for them to understand, they have to know a little bit about myself. So I have to bring some credibility, right?
Right.
So most of those your listeners probably don't know who I am. I'm Christie Hutcherson. And almost 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I was called out by the Lord. I'm a Christian. And my background is national security and strategy. My company, I have a consultant firm. I've worked in Washington, D.C. for 15 years. No, I'm not part of the swamp. But what we have done, I've worked alongside of the Department of Defense and the DLA. We've helped with the troop drawdown in Iraq and Afghanistan. Wow. I've done a lot of work with the Medical Command, the Pentagon. And I'm here to tell you, I understand what's at risk and what's at stake. I've studied them. I've been in with them. My family is from Russia. I'm a Russian Jew. My family fled Stalin. My grandfather and my family were thrown into gulags. I've studied the malignment of China, the Mao movement, rules for radicals. I've done the research. And I'm here to tell you, we are under attack from within. And this is a very serious topic and a very serious issue I want to talk about today. Yes. And one of the things that Texas is experiencing, especially the RVG sector, is the invasion of a nation. This isn't a migration. This isn't an immigrant coming for a better way of life. This literally is an invasion into a country, a sovereign nation, by the hands of an illegitimate, horrible, evil regime.
Yeah.
We have the cartels, and that's plural, cartels, who are running and have complete control over our southern borders and some of our northern borders.
Right.
We have terrorists from 14 terrorist nations flying into Venezuela every day as we speak, blending in with the caravans and coming up through these countries and infiltrating our nation.
Yeah.
We have children being killed for their organs as they come up through Mexico in warehouses over on the Mexican side. We have children and women being sold into slavery through the human trafficking trade. December 2021 alone, in one particular sector, they made $1 billion with a B, the drug cartels and human trafficking.
Man.
We have carfentanil. Carfentanil. If you don't know what carfentanil is, it's more deadly than fentanyl. Yeah. We have the Chinese government in cahoots with this government and cartels who are supplying the needed necessary ingredients to make these drugs, whether it's the street drugs that the children buy, whether it's downers, uppers, ecstasy, all of those things that are being laced with carfentanil.
Right.
2 milligrams kills your child and your grandchild.
Wow.
We have serious problems right now. And the American people, as far as I'm concerned, the more they turn a blind eye of this, you are just as culpable.
Mm-hmm.
It is time to stand for America and say it's no more, not on our watch.
Wow. As we were talking, we were having that pre-interview the other day. You were at the airport in Dallas. I believe you were in Dallas, and
that was actually in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You were in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, even worse. I mean, Dallas is in Texas, and you would think you would see all these illegals, right? But you were in Jacksonville, Florida, and you showed me pictures of the airport. Sharky, she showed me pictures of the airport.
Yeah.
There were so many people with those orange envelopes, and they were basically guys in pretty good shape. And I told Christy, are these guys coming over here to create an army? And she goes, yeah. And I was floored. I was just like, oh my God.
You know what I was watching today? I was watching a program, and they were actually showing them live where they were crossing through the airport, and they were actually going around security. They weren't checking their bags. They weren't checking, as long as they had that form, they were just letting them bypass all that. While everybody else was in line getting checked, their luggage and everything, they were bypassing everything. What gives them the right to just bypass all the security features simply because somebody gave them that form and say, okay, it's okay. You have an express lane, go for it and go to your destination with no stops, no nothing. Yeah, that's wrong.
That's right.
It's sad. It's sad.
There's no laws. Mm-hmm. This administration decides the laws that they want to enact and decides the laws that they don't want to enact. We literally, for over 9 months, I've been showing this repetitively. Right. They do not have to show ID. They have no ID. They don't get checked. There's no vetting process. And as a matter of fact, we questioned a TSA agent. They just let a huge group of illegals in with no ID, no nothing through the security checkpoint to get on airplanes. But I said, okay, well, I don't have to show you my ID. They said, well, you can't fly. I said, you just let all of those people through. Yeah, but they're exempt. Why the hell are they exempt? I am a legal American citizen, and I have to jump through hoops, go through security checkpoints, go have my bags checked. I have to show ID. While these illegals who have invaded my nation do not have to show anything. Wow. And on top of that, they're given $800 to $2,500 credit cards. Wow. They're given free clothes, free housing, free medical care, you name it, all in the taxpayers' back. This is wrong. And what they're doing is they're buying votes. This is illegal. This is treason, and we need to stop it.
Yeah.
But they're not calling it what it is. They're not calling it what it is. They're saying, oh, it's it's humane because they're suffering, and they've been using that excuse for years.
Look at this picture. This guy showing. I think the thing was here. He was showing him his passport, and I mean that's not even like a real one. It's just something that they created for them, and all of them have this stuff. Look at it. It's all guys. I don't see any little children or any women in there. Maybe there might be one, but no, they're all guys. They all look physically able. I mean, these guys might even be army ready.
No, as far as I understand, I understand that there's actually websites for them to get all the information over there where they're coming from, so that they have all the instructions on what to say, on what to do when they get here, and that way they won't have any trouble. All the instructions, everything's been put out for them.
You know what's really more sad than that is that the NGOs are aiding and abetting this. We have constitutional American attorneys set up right now over in Mexico, giving them all the instructions, everything that they need, what to say, what to do once they get over here. They are leaving, in most of the cases, they're leaving their passports, they're leaving their documents all over in Mexico. So when they come over here, they just say, this is who I am. They can make up anything they want. There's no vetting being done.
Right.
And I can tell you right now, we know for a fact, we have the film footage. They have taken young men, army age, military age men, put them on our military aircrafts, flown them to our military bases. And then there's bases within bases that are locked down that they're putting them in there. And I suspect that they're training them to come up against American forces. This is serious stuff. We have COVID-19 camps. concentration camps already being acted in Washington State, Oregon, that we know of right now.
Right.
And I'm telling you, America, you better engage, because they are not going to stop. They are coming for you. They've tasted the power. And if we do not get 2020 correct, we will not have any more fair, free elections. They are coming for you right now.
Yeah, and some of these kids are being crossed and they're drugged. I saw you were, I don't know, you were reporting somewhere by the river or somewhere.
Roma, Texas.
Yeah, and the kids were all, I mean, they were, I don't think they were asleep. And you said
they were drugged.
I mean, because they looked like zombies. They were like kind of like that, and and I mean, they were shining lights at them and no reaction. The women looked dazed. The few women that were there were dazed, and I mean, I don't care who you are, I don't care what family you are, but the alert system.
Sorry about that. 14-year-old gone missing.
Well, the thing is this. I don't care in any country, any culture, whatever. The woman normally takes care of their kids, and all you saw was guys holding on to the kids, to the babies, to the 2-3-year-olds. That is normally. I got mine. Sharky, you're gonna get yours in a little bit.
I already got it.
But that was weird, because I would think you would see a whole bunch of women holding on to the babies, or well, the 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, even 6-year-olds. You would think a mother would be there, but no, it was all men. And what did they say? Oh, the woman left me. Well,
it's a consistent theme. They've been coached to say this. My wife left me. My girlfriend left me with the children. That is disgusting. The children were so drugged. We took flashlights. Their pupils wouldn't even dilate. We had a doctor with us. They were like, these kids are drugged out. Yeah. They're totally drugged. What's more disgusting is Border Patrol, ICE, and the National Guard were all right there. And they were helping to facilitate this disgusting thing. And you know what? Kudos to them. They try to do their best. But I'm telling you, they are under unconstitutional orders, and they need to stop following these unconstitutional orders. The military, the National Guard, the Border Patrol, and ICE, and DHS, DPS, they all need to stand up and say, we are no longer following these unconstitutional orders. The suicide rates among these groups are huge. We just lost a Border Patrol agent tonight by the drug cartel. One of the members of the cartel shot and killed one of our Border Patrol agents here in Texas.
Wow. That's just, I mean, it's just wrong. I mean, it's like, I was thinking, I mean, it's totally wrong. I mean, you take maybe even 10 women, or take 100 women. Okay, out of 100 women, maybe, let's say maybe, and I think the number's too high, maybe 5 women, say, I don't want my kids. And I think even 5 women out of 100 would be too many. But over here, this number was consistent. It was almost 100%. And so that's just totally wrong. And man, so sorry for that Border Patrol agent that passed away. Absolutely, that got murdered. Wow, it's not safe.
This administration has murder and blood, human trafficking on their hands, and these are treasonous acts against the United States of America, as far as I'm concerned.
And, I mean, what can we do? I mean, we know this is happening, but it is the government, and the majority of the people, well, they trust, and they trust in their government, which they should, but now comes a time where this is a weird time. We've never been here. It's kind of like 1776 all over again. We're fighting King George.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we have a 1775 moment. If the American people would understand truly what's at risk, I get really frustrated, because I know a lot of patriots out there who work 24/7 to save our republic, because they understand, and they know the facts, and they understand what's really at risk right now. And there's so many people asleep right now. And I'm here to tell you, I am sounding the alarm to you right now. You do not have much time. You have you maybe, if we're lucky, have 9 to 10 months. They've tasted the power. Their plan's been enacted. This is not a mistake. This is not an incompetent administration. Biden is a puppet. They're puppet masters who have thought this process out for a very long time. I know military strategy. Everything that's being done is a military operation against the United States. from within. And I'm here to tell you, this was well thought out, well orchestrated on many fronts, whether it's the supply chain issue, whether it's the Afghan giveaway of $85 billion worth of equipment, and allowing over 150,000 Afghans who are not vetted, by the way, are terrorists. I promise you, we're on those planes. We know this for a fact as well. Cartels literally controlling the borders, human trafficking, the Chinese coming in, the UN helping to facilitate all of these individuals coming up through our borders, the UN, the United Nations, right here. You've got Chinese in Canada right now. The CPP is training with Canada military. You have the Chinese who have bought up properties all throughout the Caribbean. This is all known facts. If you actually do your due diligence
That's true.
and study,
yeah,
they are surrounding us on all fronts, and now they're working within. If the American people don't show up, we are doomed. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter. They know who you voted for. They know your past history. They know where you shop. They know where you live. They now with the $600 monetary, watching you, spying on your dollars, where they're going and coming. They are watching you. You are not safe. So you might as well engage now. We can peacefully do this. We have the Constitution in our hand, but the time is drawing very close. We need you to show up in McAllen, Texas next weekend.
Right.
Why is McAllen so important? McAllen is very important because God put it on my heart. He said, Christie, McAllen is the optical part of the evilness that is taking hold, coming and flooding into our nation. And I'm going to have an atmospheric change, but I cannot have an atmospheric change unless the people show up. If the people show up, I will show up. So we need you to go. Actually, let me tell you something that happened tonight, Royal and Sharky.
Yeah.
Our whole entire site has been crashed. This is
Wow.
the third time that our sites have been crashed. Can't sell tickets. Can't give tickets away. So go to WFFA.win or to We Stand America. If WeStandAmerica.com is not functioning, go to WFFA.win. We have URL set up for new ticket forms to purchase tickets. We will make this happen. And you know what? By golly, if you can't get a doggone ticket because the enemy is attacking, show up in McAllen. We will find a seat for you. We are going to take back this nation, but we can only do it if you show up, you lock arms with us, and you say, no more, not on our watch.
Wow. Let me show you a website here. I think it's this one, but I might be wrong. Hold on. Let me share this website, and you kind of guide us through it. Here we go. Am I on the right one here? This is from this. Oh, this is where they buy.
That's my new Eventbrite, isn't it? Perfect.
Yes.
That's it. Do it. You can get tickets through Eventbrite now.
Amazing.
We've had to create new stuff.
Hey, here it is, and there it's this 29th and the 30th.
Yes.
From 9 in the morning to 7 p.m. You can add it on your calendar. Everything's sold out. This is going to be at Pain, at the Pain Arena in Hidalgo, and all of these people will be there.
President Trump is coming, by the way. Everybody out there, if we get 5,000 Patriots to show up, Trump will be in our event. So you'll be able to personally have an intimate conversation with President Trump.
Wow.
How crazy is that? President Trump, if you show up, he's coming. So please, we have till Tuesday to get 5,000 butts in seats. So go to that website, buy your tickets. Veterans get in free. Active duty, military, law enforcement, first responders with your ID, you get in free. Yeah. Veterans are $5. $5, $10 for general admission. This isn't a crazy. Look at these speakers: General Flynn, Tom Homan, Mark Fincham, William Lionberg with American Frontline Doctors, Patrick Byrne, Admiral Kubik, Mark Morgan, John Gondola, Sam and Kevin Sorbo, Sid Miller, Commissioner Sid Miller, Sheriff Mark Lamb, Ann Vanderstill, Scott Jenkins, Doug Billings, Karen Kingston. Sean Foyt is leading worship. Let us worship. Sean Foyt is leading worship. This is incredible. And
That's amazing.
By the way, we have more speakers and people coming because they love this nation that's not even listed here. Go to Reawaken America tour. You'll see all of those individuals. They're coming. They're descending on Hidalgo and McAllen because they know that it starts right there. So we need you to show up.
Wow. This is huge. Yeah. Man, I mean, I'm thinking, man, is this kind of like the Declaration of Independence? It's like, I remember, I mean, you read the history books, but then you see it in the movies, like, okay, we got to sign it, and then they sign it, and boom, they're off into battle, and they were already out there, and it's like, wow, amazing. I mean, wow. Let's see, I got another one here. Which one is the other side?
Royal and Sharky, let me tell you, you know what? If the church in itself would just show up, if the church would show up, could you imagine? We want to pray for our nation. We want the church to come. We have pastors coming. We want the church to come over and take over. We want to have on Sunday, we want to have the largest human, locked arms, mighty, standing there, border wall that the world has ever seen, to say no more, not on our watch, what we stand for. And we're going to pray for our nation. But the church has to show up. The church has been asleep at the wheel for too long. My God, you need to show up. If you believe in this nation, you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, you got to show up. You know what? We have human trafficking going on, the atrocities, the murders, the rapes. And if you don't show up, the church, you have blood on your hands, because you know what God says? We are the defenders. Show up in McAllen, Texas. It might not be convenient. It isn't. McAllen's not easy to get to. But
well, it is for our area, but definitely I can see where it might not be, because it's but hey, there's airports in McAllen, there's airports in Brownsville, there's airports in Arlington. There's ways. There's even one in Westlaco now, so there's ways to get in here. Or of course you could drive down, but this is your website.
Yes.
And just kind of I maybe you could take us through it. So you got upcoming events here, and well, look at that. There it is. Oh, there's where you're gonna. But you were just in Arizona, or you're gonna be in Arizona?
I just came from Arizona. We just finished the Reawaken America tour. Yep.
Oh man, all those speakers.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
That is wow. Wow.
Mike Lindell, General Flynn, Charlie Kirk, Patrick Byrne, Ann Vandersteel. The list goes on and on. We have patriots who love this nation, but you know what? We work tirelessly to save our country. We need the American people to stand up and say no more, not on our watch. We're going to show up. We're going to get involved. I am Royal and Sharky. I am the epitome of what it looks like to say yes to God and to step out in faith. I used to question God. I said, God, you know what? When you called me out, I'm a nobody. Nobody knows who I am. I'm not equipped. I'm not qualified. I've never spoken public before. But you know what God said? He said, Christie, I'm calling the nobodies. I'm calling the nobodies, because the somebodies haven't been doing their job.
Wow.
So all of you individuals out there who think you're a nobody, you are a somebody in the kingdom of God. And he's calling you. He's calling you right now. We were born for such a time as this, to take back our nation.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is have the courage to say yes.
Wow.
Will you have the courage to join us?
And you're not a small group. People might think, well, it's just a little group, but look at that. There's 20,000, plus members, and this is probably, I don't know if this is updated. I don't know how often this is updated. I'm sure it's probably a lot more by now.
Yeah.
But man, you're solid. You're a solid group. It's like
we're all over the nation, and this organization was started 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is the power of saying yes, because there are so many people. You're not alone. If I can say anything, you're not alone. Don't believe the lies that you're hearing. Don't listen to the fact that, don't let them label you. Step out, be a voice, be strong, have strength, and have the courage to stand up, and do not comply anymore.
Yeah.
I'm asked all the time, when is this all going to end? It ends with us, the people, when we say enough is enough.
And a lot has to do with this, right? I mean, a lot has to do with just the whole idea of the IDs. Like, okay, you need an ID to buy alcohol, you need an ID to buy a house, you need an ID to open an account, you need to buy even an ID to get a job, buy cigarettes, or buy a gun. So, you can't vote unless there's an ID, and then they're calling that racist. I mean, uh, again, and I mean, if they're going to be allowing illegals to vote or no, what was the deal that they're going to do? They're counting them as part of the citizenship, and then therefore they're getting more electoral votes and stuff like that. Is that right? Can you explain that a little bit to us?
Yeah. So New York City right now is trying to have 800,000 illegals vote. These 800,000 illegals, some of them have green cards and different things like that. But the problem is if you hear what they're saying all over across the board, they'll say every vote counts, right? We need to make sure every vote counts.
Right.
I want you to clear, whenever communists, the Nazis did this the best. They were so good at this. Language matters.
Right.
So when you hear these phrases, no, it's not every vote needs to count. That's not how America is built. Every legal American citizen vote needs to count.
Right.
So tune in to words.
Yeah. Because they say every vote, so that means whoever votes,
That's
that
exactly
vote counts.
right.
But if they say
every
every
American
citizen voting, then that counts. Yeah.
So
That's
they're
true.
trying
They're
to
playing
allow,
with
and why
words.
does it matter? They're saying, okay, well, it's just in elections, local elections.
Yeah.
Everything changes at the local level. You're talking school boards. Look at the CRTs and the mass mandates that they're perpetrating on your children. Do you really want to allow illegals who have been coached by the left and the Communist Party to cast votes in your local school district, in your local mayoral races, your city council races? This is what's at stake, folks. And who's going to monitor them? Because sometimes in presidential years, those local offices collide with the federal, and they're not going to be able to say, oh, you get this ballot, but you don't get that ballot.
Right.
So you need to be very careful. This is crafty. This is just like what was this new bill that just, thank God, got defeated? It's they make it and they package it in these beautiful little sentences or these beautiful little phrases. Every American vote needs to count, or the American Patriot Act.
Right.
These are beautiful bows tied.
Yeah.
All the while, what's
Make it pretty.
inside of this is undermining the sovereignty and the Constitution of the United States. So you've got to learn to have a mind shift set. That's what I'm talking about this year. We have to have what's called a mind shift, because we have been inundated with propaganda and with false narratives. And we have to shift away from this thinking. And we have to understand, you have to understand your history. You have to understand and study what Stalin, what Hitler did, what Mao did. You have to understand the tactics that they utilized. That's the reason why they don't teach it in school anymore. So you understand your enemy. Understand your enemy. Because if you don't, that's how we collapse. No civilization has ever lasted over 225 years, and we're way past that.
We're way past it, yeah.
We, the American people, we are the answer. Nobody's coming on a white horse to save you. And you have to get yourself educated. You have to engage. I understand life gets in the way. We're busy. Heck, I have 2 boys. Okay. I understand the soccer mom, the footballs. I have to go to work. Some parents working 2 jobs. But I'm telling you, none of that's going to matter. None of it. Zero will matter.
So
you're living under communist rule.
Yeah. And the thing is this, I mean, are we looking, I mean, and I've said it before, I think I was saying it maybe even 3 months ago or something, with the idea of maybe civil war happening. I mean, are we going to go, are we going there? Are we going in that direction where it's actually going to be civil war like during Civil War times? Or is it going to be a different type of war?
Well, I'm hoping and praying that the American people wake up. I'm hoping and praying that the American people get educated on what's really going on. I'm hoping that they get wise to the fact that they need to turn off all news and social media outlets. They need to understand where to get the real truth from. Facebook, Twitter, none of them are your friends. They are all owned and by the Chinese to some extent. There's a lot of players going on with that. They need to get on in like Cloud Hub. Cloud Hub is a great place to go to. Frank's speech. There's places you can go to be voiced, but we need to wake up and we need to understand what's at risk. That's what, if you ask any of the Jews, like my family, who lived through the worst time in history for the Jews, they thought, oh, it's not a big deal. We have to show, so what? We have to show a passport,
right?
To go, so what? We have to show this. Well, let me tell you, that's how they take over. That's how they control. The mask mandates, especially on your 3-year-old children. Do you know what that's about? That is about taking your child. Controlling. Well, it's teaching your 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, etc., to be compliant, that you have no voice, that you have to listen to authority. You have no place in this world. You are under control. That's what that is teaching. And anything that you do for 21 days or more, that becomes a habit.
Yeah.
So these little children now are muzzled. You have no voice. Yes, that's right, Red. It's about compliance.
Yeah.
You have no voice. That's what this is about. They have tasted the control and they have no intention of relinquishing that control. So we, the people, must show up in droves. Have you ever wondered, Royal, why the left, when they want to move something in a big, big way, right? If they want to change serious policy, okay? Let's take George Floyd, for example. The BLM riots, right? Out in Oregon and Portland and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, that was coming from the outside, right?
Thousands of them showed up in the streets, burning down cities, correct? Look at the Now movement. Look at Washington, D.C. How many of the pink hat ladies showed up the day after Trump's inauguration in 2016?
Right.
There was almost 1 million of them. I was there. They know when people show up in those kind of masses, those kind of numbers, what does that do? The optics move what? The pen. The pen is powerful. The pen is powerful.
Right.
So why can't American patriots all over this country take the time out of their busy lives to show up? That's what counts. You want to move something, show up 100,000 plus, 20,000 plus. Let's move the needle.
Let them know where we're at.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And you know what? Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is educating. And I was talking to somebody a while back. We need to educate, and I like what you're saying. And but then there's those that are going to say, I mean, no, come on, it can't be. I mean, we're so used to the United States being the cowboy with the white hat, the white horse, and always being the good guy. And all of a sudden, now we're finding out that it's the bad guy. The Lone Ranger kind of flipped, and now the Lone Ranger is a bad guy. And it's like, it's hard to even imagine that. And so this is where, people like yourself, people that understand what's going on, can really help us to understand and educate us and set us in the right path, because quite frankly, man, we're asleep. I hate to say it, but we're asleep because we're used to doing things the way we are. It's kind of like you were saying, the mask and all that. I was thinking, you know what, the circus, when they have like a little baby elephant, they train him and they put a post down. And the baby elephant can lock the poles out, but he's trained from ever since he's a little elephant that he cannot overpower the pole and the rope or the chain holding him down. And so even though he increases in size, 3, 4, 5 times adult, he still can't move away from that pole because he's conditioned that is so powerful for him. And it's, wow, it's true. And I mean, wow, this analogy of the mask and how it makes us.
Now, do you think we'll ever get out of these mandates and these pandemic boosters and all this stuff? It seems like we're being trying to accept it and just let them lead us pretty much. And
Well, Sharky,
that's
you're right.
Poster number
Do
18.
you know when it ends? Do you know when it ends? Do you know when the mask mandates and the jab ends and all of these unconstitutional mandates and CRT in school and stuff? Do you know when that ends?
I guess at
When
this
the people,
point,
no, you're wrong. When we, the people, finally have enough balls to say, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do a mass exodus out of the propagated, horrible reconditioning public school system. Yank your damn kids out of school. There's other choices out there. It's not convenient, but you know what? Neither is communism when it starts taking and penetrating and taking over your life. It's not convenient. It ends when the American people have had enough. Look at what's going on in Europe right now. They have had enough. They're in the streets saying, we're not going to do this. Everything ends when we decide it ends, but we don't have enough balls. Excuse my language.
No.
Just
that's
stop
fine.
it. So you know what? Yeah, you might lose your job. And I understand we have bills to pay, mortgages, and all of these things and all of these pressures. But I'm telling you, if everybody decided we're done, we're walking off the job, we're walking out. Could you imagine us doing a mass exodus out of whether you're a retailer, you work in fast food, you work at corporation America, airlines, hospitals, wherever the heck you work. And everybody walked out on one day and said, screw you, Biden, and this unconstitutional order. We're not going to comply anymore. Guess what would happen? Every single corporation, every hospital, every government agency would literally fall to their knees and bow down to the people who are in charge, because they know that the almighty dollar is what makes the world spin. And when you don't have workers to make that almighty dollar spin at the bottom line, that moves the needle. Again, mass numbers, walkout. Let's have a national walkout day and say no more, not on our watch. Fire us all. What are they going to do? Fire 300 and something million individuals? But we have to have the balls to do it. And you know what? That's what's going to stop this nonsense when we all say it stops. Look at what UK did. Boris Johnson said no more mandates, no more jabs, no more none of this crap. We're not doing it anymore because the people took to the streets. When is America going to wake up? When is America going to get engaged? And when is America going to stop complying and say no more, not on our watch? I'm not sure, but it starts in McAllen, Texas next weekend.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So is this a global thing or is this just the United States? I'm thinking now as you're talking, this is kind of like a global thing, kind of like a war, take over the world type of deal. But it's just that we're here and we're seeing stuff here and we don't understand what's going on, but I guess it is a global thing. I mean, I had seen, I had heard that, some of the leaders of the world, that kind of deal were attacking the United States because they wanted to bring the United States down, even creating a lot of these riots that weren't really created by our own people, but they were people that were coming in to initiate the way the riot went. And of course, when you say, hey, this is going on, hey, boom, 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 they get mad. And so it goes into natural course, but wow, so it's not really so much to bring the United States down, but it's more or less to control the whole world or what I've heard this term, the New World Order. We've heard that term before, but now I guess it's becoming a reality.
Well, they're trying to sink the dollar and pretty much come out with a national what's it called? National dollar or national money. That it's more like a global center.
They're trying to move to cryptocurrency.
Right.
Yeah.
When you take, it started under, first of all, I want to explain something really quick to your audience.
Yes.
The Federal Reserve, everyone thinks because it's got federal Reserve belongs to the federal government. That's a lie. That is the Rothschilds. Okay. So the Rothschilds own almost every single country. They own the monetary system. Yeah. This is when you study this stuff, you kind of really get involved in the weeds of this. And I don't want to get too much in the weeds of this, but there are
13 families.
This is very true stuff. And so the dollar, when we went to off the gold standard, right? And we went to paper money, that was one of the huge, kind of the reset for America to start going on that downward trajectory. So now the new thing is they're trying to move to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And the reason why they're trying to go to cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency, they can control everything that you buy, purchase, food, water, your necessities, not to mention all the other stuff. Why do they want that? Because when you look at what they're trying to overall achieve, now you look at Sweden and all these other countries, they're doing microchips where you have all your data and your information in these microchips.
Right.
What is it? HSBC Bank, which is owned by the Chinese, now they're already coming out and saying what they're doing. We have a microchip that's going to be implanted in you in the back here, and they're advertising this. You can actually Google this and find this out. They're doing advertisements. Wow. This is all about controlling everything that you can do, buy. And when you cannot buy products, you cannot buy food, you're gonna get desperate, right? So you're gonna comply to the overall arching authority.
Right.
This is to take down America, because America is the last stand in their way. America, we have to fall so they can act their plan for globalism. This is a globalist agenda. Wow. And whenever you hear the term conspiracy theory, guys, I work in the military realm.
Right.
This is my wheelhouse. Whenever CIA, those 3 little letter agencies, created the conspiracy theorist. The reason why they did that, they created that term so they could say, oh, they're a quack, they're a whack job. That's a conspiracy. I'm here to tell you it's not a conspiracy. If you just do your own research, you can find all this stuff out. It's really that simple.
And one of the things, let me share this. I know I was looking at this report earlier. I mean, again, I got it from your page, but the Heritage Foundation, I think this is good reads.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, there's the picture I got there, but it's like, man, there's so much stuff in here that we have no idea what's going on. Everything from traffic and that kind of deal. Okay, sorry, rookie. But that's the thing. I mean, we were looking at this. What is it? I mean, even the borders. I mean, there's a reason nations have borders, to protect them, and it's like, this is strict. It's about actual getting out of the house, get off the couch. We need to do that. Freedom is never free. It comes with sacrifice. Be the watchman for the thief coming in many forms. The thief's coming in. That's biblical. The thief's coming in. It's like, federal report shows open border brings increased crimes and costs for taxpayers. This is costing us. I mean, you were saying, and we had heard this. I mean, man, somebody crosses the. I mean, hey, man, I wanna become illegal, come in and get free money, free food, free housing, free everything. It's like, wow. I mean, they're
well, you have, for example, in Reynosa, Mexico, right now, right there over the border, there's an encampment under the NGOs. By the way, NGOs are evil, 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 evil. Catholic Charities, Bethany Christian Services, Methodists, there's a whole bunch of them. They're all evil. They're all involved in the human trafficking. It's all for profit. They're horrible organizations. Stop giving to them. Start doing your due diligence. Peel back the onion. But in Reynosa, Mexico, right now, there's a charitable camp set up. You have the United Nations, and yes, I'm going to repeat that again. United Nations are set up in Mexico, aiding and abetting and facilitating all of this illegal invasion into our nation. They are giving them $800 worth of credit cards. The Border Patrol and ICE under this administration are having to follow orders to give these illegals cell phones. They get free clothing, all of this stuff. It's a lottery system. So every morning in this particular camp, a phone number will ring, right? A phone will ring. Right. And all of a sudden you'll hear these cheers, and up to 20 to 50 a day are called up in this encampment saying, oh, you won the lottery. You're coming to the United States. They're giving $800 in credit cards from the UN, $2,500 with Walmart gift cards. Walmart's an evil company. Please, America, stop shopping at Walmart and Target. Please stop shopping at Walmart and Target. Okay, they're evil, 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 anti-American companies. It's not the Sam Walton anymore. Anyway, Starbucks is evil. So they now come into our country and they get all of these free benefits while our veterans are homeless on the street.
Yeah.
Homeless on the street.
Yes.
So this is your taxpayer dollars. We're never going to pay this off, by the way. Once they get over here, they get free housing, free clothing, free education, free healthcare. The list goes on and on and on. And it's all on your taxpayer back, by the way.
Yeah. Someone's got to pay for it. And they're bringing in crime and all of that. It says almost half of all the criminals persecuted in the federal courts in 2018 were alien, charged with criminal ranging from drug trafficking to murder to kidnapping.
That's right.
Wow, almost half of all. That means that. Well, I guess we're behaving pretty well as American citizens. It's like, wow.
We have angel moms and dads who are going to come talk about that in McAllen, Texas. You know, the human toll of illegals coming into our nation. I mean, they're murdering your children. They're murdering your children. This is what's going on.
But they sweep that under the rug. They don't talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. The media is also part of the problem. They've been a problem for years now.
Well, when you follow the marriage lineage of all the media, they're all embedded with each other. So you have to do that due diligence as well. You have to understand this is a bigger plot. You've got ranchers right now in the state of Texas and Arizona who are finding mass amounts of dead bodies from the cartels killing them all over their land in America.
Yeah,
and the sheriffs are telling them
happening.
No. And the sheriffs are saying, we can't even afford to pick up the bodies. Stop calling us. We've got cartels who are hanging people from the trees and burning them alive on our soil.
Wow.
That's not being reported. We've got dead babies and children with heads decapitated floating in the Rio Grande. That's not being reported.
Wow.
It is bad.
It's weird.
Folks, it's bad. They're lying to you. We have to stop this. Please come to McAllen, Texas. Yeah. Please stand with us. When we stand together, we stand strong. So you can go to WFFA.win and get your tickets, or go to the site that Royal put up, or you can go to WeStandAmerica.com. If that site's down and it's crashed, go back to WFFA.win, or go to my Facebook page, WFFA in America. Find us, or just show up in McAllen. We need you. We have to stand firm right now. Our nation really is at risk.
Wow. I mean, it's like, man, it's just, it's overwhelming. It's like, it's unbelievable, and yet it's true. And it's like, I mean, I'm feeling like I'm shocked, and it's like, and I've known a little bit of it, but imagine people that are hearing this for the first time. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like seeing an alien spaceship all of a sudden appear in the sky, that kind of deal. And it's like,
yeah, Royal, I'm asked all the time. I'm like, we are fundamentally good people, and to get this kind of evil wrapped around our brains, it's hard to understand this. You're like, oh my God, this can't be true. It's true. This is true, folks. And all you have to do is do your own research. I'm not asking you to believe me. You don't know me. Right. You just hear me coming through this. I'm just here to educate you. Mm-hmm. You can find all of this information out all on your own. All you have to do is do a little research and digging. But one of the things I can tell you is this. You've got patriots who are willing to come out there and train you and teach you and show you the truth. But you have to show up and you have to engage to get that truth. In McAllen, Texas, we're not just going to be there talking. We're going to educate you, sure. But we're going to give you practical steps that you can do to save this republic. It's not lost. It's not lost. I'm here to bring you hope. You've heard a lot of really bad things, but there's hope. But the hope comes if you engage and you show up and you get involved. Yeah. We're going to give you the tools that you need and the solutions you need to go back to your community right there. And I know this reaches in the RGV sector. Mm-hmm. We need you to show up. You're living with cartels in your backyard. You're afraid. You're scared. They're going to come after you for retribution. We get that. But we're going to come alongside of you and help you. We're going to fight back together. But we can't do it alone. The RGV sector needs to show up right now. You are going to get some amazing information to help you. You will be safe, wow. I promise you. But come to the Payne Arena in Hidalgo on Saturday of next week, and then show up at the parking lot on Sunday. Let's do this together. Let's take back our nation.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's true. I was going to. No, I think we said this, but I wanted to show this because I think this is something. I mean that. Uh, oh, let me pull this banner out. Uh, and this is one of the main problems. I mean, it says only U.S. citizens should vote in U.S. elections. Only U.S. citizens should receive U.S. benefits. Only U.S. citizens should be counted in the U.S. Census. And they're ignoring this only U.S. and they're calling it citizens should vote in U.S. elections. Citizens should receive benefits, and citizens should be counted. I mean, this is totally wrong. I mean. That it's only U.S. citizens, but they're not doing that, and this is where they're getting numbers, and it's like, no,
they want citizens of the world is what they want. They don't want any more borders. They want citizens of the world.
Yeah,
and we can't have that. You have no nation. We are all America is made up of immigrants. I'm an immigrant. My family's an immigrant.
Yeah.
We are all immigrants.
I mean, yeah.
But when we came here together, we get into what's the United States is. You can keep your heritage. You can keep your heritage. I still keep my heritage. I'm American Indian on my dad's side, and I'm Russian Jew on my mother's side. We keep our heritage, but we conform to our Constitution.
Yes.
We understand our language. The English language is the sovereign language of America. We assimilate into our laws. We understand them. We have to know what they are, because if you bring in all of the garbage that you're fleeing from, right? You're fleeing from another nation because you don't have freedoms. If you bring that to our country and you don't understand our Constitution, you're just repeating the cycle that you ran from.
Yeah.
We can't have that. You need to understand what America has sacrificed and what the Constitution actually is, so you can be a productive citizen of the United States of America and have your freedoms. That's what's key. Keep your freedoms. They're lying to you. The Democratic Party is actively lying to you and telling you lies. So don't fall for it. Come here legally. Don't break in. You're not a criminal. You're not a thief.
Right.
Come in through the front door, and let's do this properly. Is our immigration system broken? Yes, we need to tweak it, but it's still the best system in the best country in the world for freedom.
And the thing is, some of these people coming in, Christie saying do Venezuela. Yeah, we had actually in another show we had who was it, Debbie from Venezuela, or she's an American citizen, but she had she lived in Venezuela, and she knew how Venezuela just turned into what the mess that it is, and it's like, it's so true. And yeah, it can happen to us. A lot of times we think, well, no, not America. No, I've been saying this for a while, Christy. We're no longer the big guy with a big bat. We're no longer that guy. I mean, we're not walking tall with a, I hate to say it, we're not. We're more of a
they got us walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
We need to.
Yes. It's happening already. Yeah.
Hi, Christy Garcia. I hope you come to our event.
Red will be there. Red will be there, and Christy will be there. And I don't know if you know Red. If you met Red, she would love to have a conversation with you. And it's like but I don't know. Maybe after the show you guys can come in and have a talk or something. But man, I don't know. I'm like puzzled. I don't know what to say. It's like, but I think that the thing to say is we gotta move forward. We gotta bang together. Whether we know what's going on or not going on, we gotta go. And those of you that know what's going on, you need to be patient with those that don't and help, because at the end of the day, you're gonna need the numbers. I mean, at some point, I don't know if it's going to get to nitty gritty fighting, hand to hand combat, or whatever it is. We're called to defend. We're called to defend. We're called to defend our house. We're called to defend our families. We're called to defend who we stand for. And, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Not for Biden, not for, whatever mess these guys are trying to do. And we gotta follow that. I mean, I've said this again. I said this before. I mean, we don't go slapping mama during a family reunion, man. And it seems like a lot of these citizens that think they have a lot of rights have been slapping the flag, has been slapping the Statue of Liberty, the Constitution. I mean, what more? I mean, you go slapping mama. What else? What else is there? You've lost all respect. And just because you have the right to do it, I mean, there's certain things there's certain lines you just don't cross, and they've been crossed, and it's just bad pride, basically. Bad pride. It's
loss of respect.
Loss of respect. We lost loss of respect. A couple of decades ago. And now we're paying the price for it.
This is where we gotta stand united. United, we stand.
We're all brothers and sisters in this. It doesn't matter the color of your skin.
Right.
It doesn't matter your background or where you come from. We are all Americans. And one of the things I hate the most is the left always loves to label us, right? They like to cause division. You're a bigot, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. And you know what? I can stand strong and say, you can call me whatever the heck you want to know, because I know who I am, and I am none of those things. And I'm not going to let you label me anymore. And that's the thing we need to push back and say, no, we're not. We are all Americans. We all come here for a better, whether it's a better way of life, whether it's freedom, liberties, and we're not guaranteed happiness. We're guaranteed the pursuit of happiness. And that's a misconstrued thing. So we all have equal opportunity. I was born poor. My family didn't have a lot of money. My father's a construction worker. My mother was a school bus driver. But you know what? We work hard. We are honest. We're good-hearted people. We work hard and we build things. And that's how there's the American dream. We're not guaranteed to give me free stuff. Anything worth having, this is what I've taught my children. Anything worth having is worth working hard for and worth fighting for. If it's not, then it's not worth anything. And we all have that opportunity in America, but they are taking that opportunity away from us. They're taking that opportunity away from the illegals who they're trying to let in this nation illegally. These thugs and these people who are chanting, and they think that they have the right to have what we have and what we've built and what we've worked for. That is a lie. They do not have that right. I don't know about you. I work really hard for my money. I work really hard for everything we've built for. And I'd be damned if I'm going to sit back and give it to some freeloader who thinks we deserve them through reparations or whatever BS that this administration is telling them that they deserve. No, nobody deserves anything. We all deserve to work hard for what we have. But we're all American citizens together. And we're all brothers and sisters united. And we need to stick together. We need to fight this totalitarian, fascist, communist, socialist regime before it's too late. I don't want to look at my boys and my children and my children's children and say, I stood by and did nothing. How evil prevails. Do you know how evil prevails? When good men and women sit by and do nothing. Yeah. That's how evil takes over.
And you know what? As you were saying that, I'm thinking of the movie Red Dawn, where they got invaded, and then I don't know, all the old folks, were inside the camp, and only the few kids that were out, and it's like they got taken over, and then it came down to where that little band of guys, the kids, they were the ones that saved at least that part of the nation, and it's like, a lot of us are going to be taken into the concentration camp if we don't wake up. And we don't want to be the son of the mayor in that case, where he turned them over, and we don't want to be the mayor that was trying to play, dance and have dinner with them and this and that, and just flip on his own citizens. It's like, yeah, there's movies are out there for a reason, to kind of like educate us a little bit, let us know that things might go that way. Hollywood knows secrets that we don't know at times,
Hollywood always does movies. If you watch the movies, they always lead in with something that's going to come, what they're plotting, what they're planning.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They always do. As part of the propaganda machine, they utilize Hollywood movies to say, hey, this is what's coming down the pipe. So get used to it. It's to psychologically train our brains that this is the norm. That's what we call psychological ops.
And you know what? I've said that for years. And man, I finally got a confirmation from somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. So thank you, Christie, because, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's like, wow. Hollywood is mind manipulation. Christie, I sent you the link if you want to come by. Tell Red to come by for a little bit. So yeah. I know Christie and Red wanted to say hi to you guys, and hopefully they can come in. Yeah, what can we do? So
hi, Alan. What can you do?
Alan is in Tennessee.
Hi, Alan from Tennessee.
And
let me tell you what you can do. First of all, I know McAllen, Texas is a long way from Tennessee.
Yeah,
if you somehow can make it. If you can make it to McAllen, Texas, you will have, I promise you, you'll have one amazing weekend in McAllen, Texas. You will learn and you will be given tools to take back to Tennessee, which, by the way, I love Tennessee. Yeah. And we will come alongside you. We are going to follow up with you every single week to make sure you're on track with the task accountability team. But if you can't, for some reason, make it to McAllen, Texas, I want you to get your phone out and I want you to text the word fight. That's FIGHT. Text the word fight to 91776. That's 91776. You're going to get a 14-step plan that's going to be texted to you. There's going to be 2 a week that you're going to get that you can actually do to help save the Republic. I also want you to join us so you can be involved in this movement to help save America. I'm about solutions and I'm about giving you the power because the power lies in the people's hands. You just need to have that spark and you just have to have that accountability team. That's who we are. We're your accountability team. So let's do this together, Alan. And I hope to actually meet you personally in McAllen, Texas.
Christie, what's that number? Text the word fight.
1776.
The year our Declaration of Independence was enacted. 91776.
Hey, look what we got here. Hold on, girls.
91776.
So here it is. Hold on, Christie. I lost it.
Hi.
But anyway, guys, this is
Brianna.
Christie.
Hi, guys.
And Red,
Nice
if you can flip the phone a little bit so that we can see more this way. So I can't see Red.
Sideways.
We're trying as much as we.
Oh, we lost them.
Where'd they go? I saw them.
Yeah, they're having
were
some
good.
internet issues. Oh man, they're there. There they are. They're a little frozen. They're somewhere. But
hi, girls.
These. Oh my goodness.
Where were they from? I wanted to say
they are from McAllen. They will be there. Red and Christie are a team, and they are powerhouses when it comes to just being patriots. In fact, Red spoke to me. I was asleep. She woke me up, and man, this is one awesome woman, and Christie.
Red, Christie.
Christie is.
You need to get
here.
I need you to call me. Get my phone number. I'm giving my permission right now for you to have my contact information. We need you to help mobilize in McAllen.
Christie, there's a private chat. If you can put your private number on the private chat, I'll have it.
Where's the private chat?
On the side there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, private chat. Because I definitely don't want to share this with everybody.
Yes.
My security team wouldn't like it. I'm going to give you my email. Please,
guys, we are actually outside of an event. We went to go support Miss Lena. She's running for Congress, so we are
for GOP chairman.
Chairman. So we're trying to support her, and we came out here because we wanted to get their message out there, guys. And Christy, we are so happy that you're on here because this event that is coming up this weekend, we know the importance of it. If you could honestly share more information about it, we are so blessed to hear anything you have to let us know about this. We're trying as much as we can to let everybody in our community know about this event coming up this 28th, 29th, and 30th of this month, guys. We need 5,000 to 10,000 people to show up because we want our president, our
That's right.
legitimate president, to show up in our area and support us because he understands the importance of what we mean in our communities.
And this is
Red,
also going to bring awareness for the human trafficking because this month is actually Human Trafficking Awareness Month, thanks to our great President Trump making that proclamation.
Red, are there going to be any rallies?
We're having a hard time hearing you, Christy, but we hope that we can have you here soon, especially this coming weekend, so we can share your information to our communities. It's very important for everybody to wake up and understand the importance of being awake in our communities.
Yes.
And understanding where we stand as community leaders, that it is very important we understand what community leaders is everything about. That's where we start, from the bottom up.
Red, can you tell everybody at that event that they need to be at the Hidalgo at the Payne Arena on Saturday of next week? They need to go buy tickets. They need to go to WFFA.win or go to my Facebook page. I'll send you the links in the URL. Please reach out to my website. I'll get that information to you. I am a huge proponent for human trafficking. My team has actually rescued and helped facilitate the safe passage of children out of the hands of the cartels. And you're right. We have a huge problem. I've been to the rape trees. I've been on the Mexican highway, and it's disgusting. They are killing our children. They are raping our children, and they are selling them into slavery.
Yeah. Wow. And they will be there, Christy. So they're going to be there to support you. We're going to. You know what? I'm trying to work things out so that I can be there. I know Sharky's trying to work things out because situation at home, but man, we're definitely in this. And
Yeah.
Leah, guys, is going to be with us February the 1st, and this Sunday we're gonna have Myra Flores on the show. Christy, anytime you want to come by, and this format is open to you. This show is open to you. And I mean, you need to do something. Hey, we'll be there. Red, Christy, Red.
We'll be in contact, guys.
We
We'll
will
be
be
in contact.
Ladies, I can't wait to meet you.
It's going to be a working effort because it's time that our communities come together. It's time for everybody that has lent a helping hand into this unity of
Thank
our
you
nation.
so much,
Thank
Christy.
you so much for
It was
everything.
so nice to get to talk to you. Hopefully, we get to
Thank
meet
you,
you when you
ladies.
come down.
Please,
Here,
contact
let
me.
me do. Hold on, don't go,
Yes,
girls.
definitely.
Let me do something here really
God
quick,
bless.
so you can see their faces a little bit. Put your faces on.
Oh, we can
So
barely
Christy
hear. So
I know,
sorry.
I'm so
We're
so
trying.
Christy
We're trying so
Christy
hard.
can see you.
They're beautiful. I love that. And now I know why
Right?
she's called
Look,
Red.
Red has red hair.
Red, please reach out to me. I gave my
Oh, look
personal
at this.
my
Trump
personal
2024,
email.
guys.
God bless America.
Yes.
That's right. You know what? We're going
Oh,
to take
man.
back this nation. Please reach out to me tonight or tomorrow. We need to talk. God bless you
Yes.
guys. Thank
See?
you so much for having me on your show.
Hey,
Trump
Christy.
2024.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. we need to change a lot of this stuff. And Christy, you're definitely on the path. You're definitely a leader. You're definitely a force to be reckoned with. Man, I thank you for. I mean, you were busy. I mean, you're like 100 miles an hour. I don't know how you do this. I thank you for just the honor of having you on our show. Sharky and I were like, oh man, you're so awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, you're awesome, but your humility, and
Yeah.
that's the sign of a true leader, you know. And it's like, man, you know, hugs and we, you know, thumbs up. We love you and the whole bit. And again, anytime you want to announce something to the
Absolutely.
RGB, come do it here.
You're more than welcome.
This
Yes.
place is open for
Thank you so much. I love the Rio Grande Valley sector. I love McAllen. I love Texas. I love the border towns. And you know what? I have a heart for you because I understand what you're dealing with down there. So
Yes.
I love you guys. God bless you guys. God bless America.
Thank you.
And please come to the event. Please come to the Pain
will.
Arena. I will personally shake I will stay if it takes till 2 a.m. to shake every single person's hand who wants to say hi to us. I will make sure I do that. I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
God bless you and God bless this great nation.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Take care. Just hit the
Bye-bye.
right button and we're
Bye-bye.
done. Andale. I'm going to remove you. Oh, man. What an awesome woman. Man, sorry.
That was great.
Wow. I'm just like, wow. I knew
That
things.
was great.
Red had mentioned some stuff. Christy had told me some stuff. And like Christy comes in and it's like, man, she puts the exclamation point on everything. Man, we got to do everything to get in there, man. So anyway, guys, we don't want to keep you longer, guys. Well, she left. But I mean, what can I say? We're
Wow.
like, here, you know? So you guys can see
Yeah.
on the replay. Again, this is Royal and Sarky with Talkshow Central RTV Style. Our host today was where is it? I have it here. It was Christie from
Hutcherson.
yes. And so, guys, the event is going to happen in McAllen. We Stand America at Pain Arena on North 10th, Hidalgo, Texas. It's going to be the weekend of January the 29th, Sunday, January the 30th, guys. Tickets are on sale. If you are a military or if you're a border patrol or you're a policeman, I believe you said you're getting free. If you're a veteran, I think it's only $5. And I think the prices go like $10 to $20 or something like that. I might be misquoting that. But you can
if they get over 5,000 tickets sold,
45 will be here.
45 President Trump will be here.
Yes. That makes sense. Now, text word FIGHT to 9-1776 for instructions of what you can do to be part of this movement. And this is more than a movement. I think this has to become kind of like even a way of life, man. I
Yes.
don't know. It's like, wow. It's like, I don't know. So again, Christy, thank you. Christy and Red, thank you for coming in. And so Leah, we'll see you next. We'll see you February the 1st. You're going to have a show here with us at Talk Central RTV Style. I've gotten some other calls from some other candidates that want to come in, and wow, it's growing, guys. It's growing, and hopefully, you know, we can be part of this. And well, I mean, we're definitely going to be a part of this, but hopefully, you know, I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows?
I'll tell you what, it's just getting started. We're gonna keep growing, and we have to keep bringing our guests that have all the information that we don't hear down here. That way, you know, they can share what they know. I mean, we are being kept away from the information from the media, so a lot of times these are the platforms where you need to listen to so that you can get that information. That's why we look for these guests. If you have any businesses, if you have anything to share, give us a message Royal, and we'll get you on the show.
Oscar, I am talking with Ali Brandy already, guy. I've had a conversation with her 2 days ago. She is again very busy. She will be in the Valley. She will be in Brownsville. I may even have lunch with her, and then we'll probably set up a show. And if we have to do a show where we're eating at Carolina's, we're gonna do it. But she said she was coming to Brownsville, and so if she comes to Brownsville, she's gonna call me, and we're gonna hook up and see what happens, and hopefully, if we got time, we can get Sharky in there, and we'll do something. If not, then we'll do a regular scheduled show, and if we have to move somebody to let her in, then we'll move somebody.
Yeah.
Or we just create a special show like we've done before when we've created special shows for people. So anyway, guys, buenas noches, good night. It's about I'm gonna close it out with this, man. It's about the flag, man. Does that make sense? And Sarky, I know we've never done this, but I'm gonna say
Our
your last
freedoms,
goodbyes.
our freedoms are in jeopardy. So let's wake up, let's unite, and let's fight back.
All right, don't leave, Sharky, but I'm gonna pull you out, and I'm gonna pull me out.